So we're back at the Eye. We're continuing our Spud Nation Throwdown interviews with our chefs. I got to tell you, Glenda, Dianna, you were fabulous.
Thank you.
Glenda was our major cheerleader during round one, which is why you have a margarita. So you got to help me. Chug, 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 chug,
Oh, yeah.
chug, chug,
Okay.
chug, chug. And you've got the potato beer. I'm going to ask you about that. So, Glenda, what did you think about the Spud Nation Throwdown this year?
I thought it was great. The Spud Nation Throwdown is someplace that people that normally don't play around with potatoes have a chance to do that after they see this, after they go on YouTube, after they go on Facebook. They're going to say, wow, I never thought of using potatoes in that way. And now they can make these elegant dishes or something really quick and easy at home. So I thought it was great. Great.
Good. And what did you think, Diana?
I think it just good Lord, can't talk already.
That's okay. It's
it
the
just-
potatoe beer.
Exactly. It just showed, I mean, the depth of the product. It showed the versatility.
Absolutely.
All of the chefs that had no idea what any other chef is making
Right.
go up there and make 6 completely different dishes, all with basically some of the same components, primarily the potatoes. And, you know, it just shows that you can do so much with it.
Yes.
What do you think of blindfolding the chefs?
I hope you didn't blindfold us.
Oh,
That gets really dangerous.
really dangerous. Sharp knives, things like that. What do you think about blindfolding the judges?
I don't think that they personally enjoyed it thoroughly,
Oh,
but
yeah,
I
they-
guess
they
it
all
sort of
loved it.
did. They do?
They loved it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I'm just glad it wasn't us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It adds a little different twist to it. It
Yeah.
absolutely does. You don't see that very often.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I asked everybody the same question. If you had to do anything different and recompete for the same dish, and again, you know, tomorrow, totally different ingredients. You have no idea what you're going to be faced with. What would you have done differently today?
Today,
Anything?
it really came together. Timing is always just an issue with little details, but the
Absolutely.
products were there. The ingredients all came together for all of us within the time needed, and I think it really worked out well.
Okay. Glenda, anything you would have done differently?
No, I wouldn't have done
Okay.
anything differently either. I think that the stations we had set up were great. We had the timing was perfect for what we did, and no, I thought it worked out just fine. I wouldn't change anything on my dish at all.
So let's talk in terms of flavor trends in general. What do you both see on the horizon for 2018? Everybody comes up with their predictions. Kale is out now. Different things are in. I'm going to put you guys on the spot. What do you think is going to be hot in 2018?
In general, or
Yeah, in general. Nothing to do with potatoes.
Nothing to do with potatoes. I think cultures are going to continue to be prevalent on the menus. Changes in the what do I want to say? The level of quality that you're seeing in products that are coming down to consumers is just getting so much better, and people just have such higher expectations for something that they're buying in the store now than they ever have. And then always, I think the being socially responsible in the manufacturing or in the packaging or just in the way something is served. People want to know where all their food has come from. I don't know that those are necessarily earth-shattering from previous years, but I think those are things that are really important to consumers.
Well, I agree with you, but I think what's earth-shattering for me is that the companies finally recognize it. I think that consumers over the past 2 or 3, 4 years have said, we want clean ingredients, we want you to be a socially responsible company, but it hasn't been till recently that the companies have gotten all on board. Can you imagine working for the cereal companies and having that conversation that says, we're going to get rid of artificial colors and artificial flavors? They were probably going crazy. How can we do that? That's been what our business is built on. So it's good to see companies like yours, really stepping up and doing what consumers are looking for.
And it's a hard change. I mean, it's not easy to do on very grand scales like you see in food service and manufacturing and stuff, and it takes time to ramp that up to be able to get that to the end user.
Do you think consumers have been a little too impatient, not understanding that it takes a while to ramp up?
On some level, yeah, absolutely. You can see that in restaurants too, where in order to supply what they want, it takes us to grow something to supply the demand. So you can't just do that overnight in a lot of issues.
And what do you think is on the horizon?
On the horizon, it's going to be just more potatoes. What can we do with more potatoes? I see a lot of, I saw several articles in the past few months about tater tots. It's like
We were talking about
nostalgia
that
is
before.
coming back.
Yeah.
It's all about, now they want the tots, not just these little tots that they dipped in ketchup, but no, they want specific aiolis or bills and shareable things that they can eat. And then with the education and with the media, social media, people are learning more and they want to create more. And the potatoes is just like a blank canvas. It is to an artist. It's like, wow, what can I do with this? Because you can get the different flavors, the different countries, Malaysia, Brazil, places like all of these great tasting ingredients. People are starting to play with those more and more and more, and it's not going to go away. It's going to continue to grow, and that's good for us.
So if you were to look in your crystal ball and give one prediction for the potato industry for 2018, what does that look like?
I'll be planting more fields.
Planting more, and your prediction
Yes.
for
More product. I want to see more sourcing.
Yes.
Like people want to buy a bag of potatoes and they want to know what farm it came from and they want to know who grew
so
it.
similar to
and
what Five Guys does.
Similar
Yes.
to that. I parlay it to buying a bottle of wine in Napa. They want to know the terroir. They want to know what field it was grown in. I mean, if you can get that kind of information down to the consumer level, absolutely, they
Yes.
would love it.
I agree.
Well, thank you both very much for competing.
Sure.
You both did a fabulous job. Good luck. We're going
Thank
to
you.
find out in less than 20 minutes from now who our two semifinalists are going to
Okay.
be. So thank you and cheers.
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 And take that margarita and beer with you.
All right.
And we'll be right back with more.